is data from US Department of Agriculture.
Do you know where I read this? I read it in The Guardian.
But of course, Piers won't frame it in the real way, the way that it happened. Like, because he's a twat. Your brain is smooth. It's just so... I just want to touch it. Let's watch Piers Morgan versus animal rights activist Joey Carbstrong. It's going to give me pain, isn't it? I can't wait. Let's see.
Welcome back to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Veganism, the art of eschewing all pleasure in life, is one of the 21st century.
All pleasure in life? How would that even work? Yeah, true. All my pleasure in life is gone. And it's all because of veganism. Good one. Good one, Piers. This is really... make your jokes make sense. I mean, I don't even think he's joking. Great.
Century's most bizarre trends, from where I look at it. But there are green plant...
Bizarre trend. You do realise that there is historical, like, plant-based ways of eating and, you know, vegan animal rights lifestyles that go far beyond a fat... What? Are you... You hurt my brain with how ridiculous you are. It's just painful. Yo, Eliza, how are you? Meat cells outing themselves for having no life or love or anything other than meat brain. Yeah, if your pleasure in your life derives solely from consuming the corpses and secretions of other sentient beings, I'd go to therapy. I really would invest your money in therapy because that's some sad shit right there.
Plant-based shoots of recovery. The new fashion is for high-profile vegans, including explorer Bear Grylls, to revealing they're detransitioning back to healthy, meaty diets. And celebrity chefs like John Mountain, who runs Fire Restaurant in Perth, Australia, is also leading the fight back. He's made global headlines this week after announcing, sadly, all vegans are banned from Fire for mental health reasons. We thank you for your understanding. Many didn't understand. He's been flooded with fake bookings and hostile reviews.
I love the framing of that. I love the framing of that. Let's just remember what happened, shall we? Okay? He was emailed by a vegan about 3 weeks, but by his own wording, before the booking would actually be, asking if they could be accommodated. He said yes. He gave some options. On the day, he admits that he forgot. He didn't accommodate her, and she ended up being charged $32 for some shitty vegetable dish. She then privately complained about her experience, as she has every right to do. And subsequently, he got all fucking butthurt because he's an egotistical little shithole, and he decided to ban vegans as a result. But of course, Piers won't frame it in the real way, the way that it happened. Like, because he's a twat. Amazing. Okay, cool.
But I'm joined now by the vegan banner himself, John Mountain, and here in the studio, animal rights.
Hey, he's just a cock, isn't he? Like, I'm sorry. Like, you deserve the fake bookings, the backlash and everything. If you're going to ban a group, like, say, for example, he got, you know, a private complaint from someone with green eyes. Okay? And he was like, well, fuck you green-eyed twats. Okay? Or for mental health reasons, I don't want to see anyone with green eyes in my restaurant, okay? And just, you know, for a little inside joke with this stream, yes, people with green eyes do exist. If you're like, yeah, I'm going to fucking ban people with green eyes, screw them. For mental health reasons, I can't see them because it will remind me of this time when someone complained at me with green eyes, okay? And then people with green eyes were like, what the fuck, man? Started fake booking. You know, I'd be like, you know what? Good on you. Okay? For him being so butthurt, that's what you get. And same thing here with the vegans fake booking. Sorry, absolutely fine.
Activist Joey Carbstrong. Well, welcome to both of you. Okay, John Mountain, why did you ban vegans from your restaurant?
Morning, Piers. I banned them from my restaurant because, look, I've been a chef for nearly 30 years, but on this particular incident, it was just too much. You know, they grouped together, which, you know, I'm very proud of the vegans for all sticking together. but they did. They grouped and banded together and then started hammering my business with 1-star reviews. I saw my rating drop from a sensible 4.2 down to 2.8. They nearly broke me. God bless the vegans, though. It didn't work.
What was the incident that
He
provoked...
literally said, right? He literally said in the response to this woman, you can take your shitty review public. You and your vegan mates are all banned. So it's being framed as if, oh, the ban happened after they were doing all these 1-star reviews and being horrible. But from the article, now forgive me if I'm wrong, but she'd privately reached out to him and he said, oh, you can take your shitty review public and you and your vegan pals are banned. That's what happened. So why is it now being said this way? What?
provoked all this?
The problem that happened was a girl had emailed me 3 weeks before requesting a vegan selection. And I said, well, look, rather than saying that, what is it that you like? Tell me what you like. And she said, well, you know, I like gnocchi and risotto. I thought, okay, no problem. We change our menu every day, Piers, so it's not an issue. The problem was on the day that she
Didn't the one started happening after he bans vegan? Yeah, I think that was the course of events. But he seems like a bit of a twat, so I can't really expect him to be very honest. I'm not even gonna lie.
turn up, I couldn't do it. I let her down, and it was a justifiable complaint.
And she went nuts.
But yeah, slightly nuts.
No, so she didn't. So she didn't go nuts. Look at his face. He's like, no, she didn't, did she? You know, he nearly broke. He nearly broke. Where in the UK are you from? I'm from Essex, but I live in Norwich.
My thing about vegans is they tend to be, I don't know, they seem to me permanently hangry. Like the lack of meat in their diet makes them...
What? Oh yeah, we're always hungry. We never get full. We're never, never satiated by food. Never. Not even once. It doesn't happen. We're always hangry. Even though you're one of the most butthurt, whingy people I've ever come into contact with. Well, I haven't physically come into contact with Piers. I'd love to. I'd love to have a discussion with him about all this shit, because it's nonsense. But, hey.
Some very intolerant of people, and they get very agitated. And if you don't sign up to all things...
It's funny, it's coming from the guy, right? So we're intolerant of animal exploitation, abuse, and killing. And funnily enough, you are as well. There is still to this day a public article written by you on the Daily Mail about how you, let's just see how far you'll go, how you would love to trophy hunters and put their head on a mantelpiece and see how they like it. Are you hangry, Piers? Are you just really judgmental and nasty towards these non-vegans who just decide to go out and shoot animals? What's wrong with you? Okay, maybe you need some dog steak and you'd feel much, much better. No?
Vegan in the way that they want you to, all hell breaks loose.
I think that seems to be the issue, Piers, to be honest. I think they're just missing a really good burger or a glass of milk, or both.
I had a glass of milk yesterday, vegan, and I had a burger yesterday. So what am I missing, sorry? Sorry, I'm not getting it. What do you mean?
They need to sleep more, be a bit more healthy. Although
I sleep better at night knowing I'm not doing something that I cannot justify. Okay, if I can't justify something, I'll stop doing it. That helps me sleep at night. Can you? I mean, you're probably not sleeping well at the moment, okay? Because you decide to ban a group of people. They're not happy with you. Let's not get the events mixed up, okay? And to the point where you've even broken up with your girlfriend. Today I had a burger. I like 2 or 3 glasses of milk. No, you didn't, okay? You need it as a vegan. That's what you need. You need to give up veganism and then have those things. Silly Billy. Silly Billy.
Well, the vegan diet allegedly is healthy, just not for everybody else, I think each to their own. Piers.
Wait, it's allegedly healthy, just not to everybody else. What does that mean? Can you unpack that? What the are you talking about? Are you just bullshitting again? I'm shocked. Really am.
100%.
Okay, well, let's come to Joey. So Joey, Bear Grylls, who I know well, said he's embarrassed he used to promote veganism. He now eats a diet of red meat, blood, bone marrow, as well as salted butter, eggs, fruit and honey. He says he's never felt better.
Why is this part of the conversation? Does Piers think this is a point? Or... What? Oh, a friend of mine said he was embarrassed to do this thing, and now he's doing something healthy. Could he substantiate those health claims? No, probably not, because that's not even like his field of understanding anyway. He doesn't have a clue. Oh, and he's embarrassed by it. Therefore, I think I'm trying to say something. Oh no.
Talking about his transition to a vegan diet, he said, I was vegan quite a few years ago. In fact, I wrote a vegan...
What do you mean by vegan diet? Vegan diet.
Cookbook. I now feel a bit embarrassed about that because I promoted, I thought that was good for the environment, thought it was good for my health, and through time and experience and knowledge and study, I realised I was wrong on both.
What the hell? What studies would there be to demonstrate that a plant-based diet entails negative health outcomes and that it's bad for the environment? Oh, I'd love to see the study that you've done. Let me guess, the study is about as legitimate and forthright as someone's study like Tim Sheaf, okay? Where I personally looked outside and I didn't see the environment bad. So, and when I go to a field and it has cow in, I think, oh, lovely environment. That is probably the depth. But I'd be very interested in seeing the studies, if he has any, on these things. I'd be really intrigued to see them, definitely. But of course, that won't even be discussed. This is offhandedly being thrown around like this means anything. But okay, okay.
He's embarrassed that he promoted a plant-based diet when he drinks urine and bile out of camel's stomach.
Urine's quite healthy, though.
It's healthy? Would you drink urine?
Plant-based diet, not healthy. Urine, quite healthy though. Piers can't even hide his copium. Oh, but yeah, the urine's healthy though. Amazing. Ugh.
Would you rather drink urine?
Absolutely, if I had to, yeah. If I was
Yeah, but he's...
So he would eat, he would drink rather urine, but he wouldn't go as far as to eat plant-based gruel. You wouldn't catch me eating a plant-based burger. Disgusting. Urine though. Oh yeah, I'd give it a shot.
He's embarrassed that he promoted a vegan diet, and he's not embarrassed of his behaviour on TV, and he thinks that eating the bodies of animals...
Why are vegans so angry?
Well, he made a statement saying the vegans...
Again, I have not ever expressed the level of anger and vitriol that you expressed in your article, where you were saying, oh, well... yeah, I think that trophy hunters should be trophy hunted. See if they like it. If I put their head on a mantelpiece, I've not gone that far. You said you desired to do that. Like, why are you so angry, Piers? Is it not just the case that people typically don't like animal abuse, and if we can take their participation out of it, they are happy to say that is disgusting to do those things? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vegan Stallion. Can we get some salads in the chat? I appreciate your super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting what I do. I really appreciate it. Stallion knows.
He's hangry and angry, but he carried on and banned all vegans from his restaurant because of one simple complaint.
He's allowed to.
Yeah, he's allowed to ban a whole group of people.
Oh, so what? We're acknowledging that he banned them for a complaint. It wasn't what he framed it as, where, oh, I banned them because they were just like trying to ruin my business. Yeah, okay, right. Now are we acknowledging that happened that way? It didn't happen the way that was first stated by the whinging chef.
Well, he's a chef who's just sick of tailoring to vegan people who want to have...
If he was so sick of tailoring to vegan people, then why, when someone emailed him and asked him, did he say, yes, I can do that, that's absolutely fine? Piers, your level of coping is unbelievable. You cannot hide your bias, okay? You cannot even hide it. Why do people fucking watch this dude? as if like, and think they're getting something good out of it. You're going to get nothing but absolute tripe from this farty that's all you're going to get. He's awful, genuinely. And I can see why him and that chef might be friends.
Have all this stuff and get angry about meat.
Well, listen. Wait a second. He got a 2-star review when he was on Great British Menu, right? He'd ripped off his mic, smashed up the studio, and said that he wanted to kill the guy for giving him a 2-star review of a fish dish that he made. He didn't ban.
Yeah, I've heard about this. He's got a history of being an egomaniac. Okay, he acts like a twat the minute someone doesn't like his food. That's just who he is. But as soon as, it's the vegans I've banned, okay, it's absolutely fine because let's dunk on the vegans. When look at his face. He's just a bit of a prick. I really got that vibe. And when reading that he'd broken up with his girlfriend because she was just breaking down and he couldn't handle it, I was just thinking, the way you frame that, she probably was like not doing so well with the backlash and whatever, was worried about you were being a bit of a prick, she didn't like your attitude, and then you thought, she's just breaking down. Yeah, like, you're just fucking woman, just fucking breaking down. When you were probably treating her like shit because of how people were perceiving you. Like, I'm telling you now, I would bet a lot of money if I had a lot of money to bet. Bro's having a Joker moment. Yeah, he's just not a nice guy. That's the vibe I get. He just doesn't act like a very nice person. So... And it's not anything to do with, the vegans are annoying him or anything like that. He's just a bit of a prick. And I'm sorry, if you cannot deal with customers' negative opinions, the last place you want to work is at a restaurant. People, more than anywhere else at restaurants, will let you know when they're not happy. And you have to be like, most of the time, you have to be like, yes, sir, 3 bags full, sir. That's what you have to do. Take it back. It's shit, but that's what you do. And if you don't like it, don't work in hospitality, okay? Because you have to do a lot of tongue biting.
And all fish eaters took from his
Hang
restaurant.
on, you were
ban all fish eaters.
Joey. Joey, we're going to get personal. You were a gang member.
Wait, don't get personal. Don't get personal. He's trying to prove the point right here that, this isn't an isolated incident. This had nothing to do with the vegans being mean. He was given a complaint. He then banned vegans. And this isn't something that's like a specifically vegan thing. It's when people complain that he acts out. Now he's going to bring up that he was a gang member. What the fuck?
So don't take the high moral ground of smashing something up.
Mate, I'm completely honest about
True?
it. There's been documentaries made about
So don't take the high moral ground about him losing his temper. You were literally in a gang.
Yeah, but the thing was, he was in a gang and he turned his life around and decided to, like, not harm others. That was the whole thing. So, like, John, this twat, is still behaving in the same way. And what was that? Like, this is years ago now. I think Piers knows that this isn't comparable, and the purpose of Joey bringing up what John did versus what Piers is now doing to Joey are very clear differences, and Piers probably knows that he's just being a bit of a because that's what Piers does.
I was 10 years ago, 10 years sober now.
10 years. 10 years ago.
I'm just saying, if you're going to get personal with him...
But anyways, I don't walk around with dead baby pigs facing them like that. Like, does that look like someone who really gives a damn about animals?
Picture.
Like, you know, and that's his profile.
Yeah, he's just a bit of a prick, isn't he? That's beautiful. Yeah, this is a guy who... He just gives me horrible vibes. Just horrible. Like, he could play a character in a film, you know, when they're locked up in the bottom of a basement and the person's pleading with them and he's like, oh, yeah, well, wouldn't that be nice? Like, it just gives me that vibe. I just don't, Just bad.
Profile picture looking at a dead pig.
Correct.
Joey,
in Australia,
thank
one
you.
second, I just want to say
Joey,
this. In Australia, pigs are killed in gas chambers, okay? They cause pigs, they're horrible. Have you seen footage from inside a gas chamber?
Joey, here's the thing.
I recently exposed one in the UK.
Yeah.
They
Carbon
screamed to
dioxide.
death and begged for mercy.
Okay.
In Perth, there's a gas chamber called Lindley Valley Pork, right? And this guy serves pork at his restaurants. And why would you be more
Joey?
upset of a little complaint as a chef than pigs being murdered in gas chambers?
Let me ask you the question that I asked a vegan activist the other day.
Oh, here we go. Fucking crop deaths, though. Yep, okay. I can't wait. I can't wait for your... the fact that you think that this is your soul-destroying argument, it just gets more painful every time.
Which is that given that 80% or 90% of the world's almonds come from California, where they are made involving the demolition of billions of bees who get murdered, how do you feel about the little guy?
Oh my God. Yeah, and it's part of the honey industry that vegans don't even support. And almonds, though, I don't know, even if this were the case, right? Like, say this were like a robust argument, it's not entailed in a vegan, like, lifestyle that you eat almonds anyway. So even if it was a defeater, there was something special about almonds and avocados. Like, if you couldn't make a argument that, oh yeah, no, there's something special about these, there's a problem, then okay, vegans wouldn't eat them. There you go. But it just isn't an argument at all for so many reasons. I need to make this crop death video. I'm just waiting on Debuggy Brain and Chris and myself to be free all at the same time so we can just do it. Because for fuck's sake, I am so tired to death of people deploying this as if it means anything as a defeater against animal rights. It's cringe.
Get murdered. That's completely false, and I don't know why.
How many billions of bees die in the pollination?
I've got the
Most of dying, not by the hand of human beings. There's so much wrong. Hopefully, Joey goes.
2022 data here. They die mostly from parasites and pests. 66%
Wrecked.
die of varroa mites or other pests and parasites. Some die from disease.
In the making.
Excuse me, no.
You fucking moron! that's good. Oh, that's good. That's not.
Almonds and avocados.
They don't.
Oh, they do. They do.
The data is here. It's this here.
Do you know where I read this?
This here is data from US Department of Agriculture.
Do you know where I read this? I read it in The Guardian.
A shit source at that. The Guardian. It's data from the US Department. You know where I read it? The Guardian. What? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's...
The Vegan Bible.
The Vegan Bible? What? The Vegan Bible? I'm shocked. I can't even believe. I didn't know that. I didn't know I was worshipping the Guardian. I didn't know.
Even The Guardian admitted that you vegans who eat avocados and almonds...
6.7%. This is not...
Right, so you're saying it in itself, okay? You're saying The Guardian said that it wouldn't be vegan to eat avocados and almonds and they were bitching about this shit. And this is apparently the Vegan Bible. Well, if it's the Vegan Bible, it wouldn't have said that, would it? Your brain is smooth. It's just so... I just want to touch it. Oh, I bet it'd be wonderful. I feel like custard. Yummy.
Don't care about the little guys.
We boycott.
Billions of bees get murdered and you don't care.
Where do those bees come from?
Huh?
Where do those bees
God, this virtue signaling is just so dumb. It's just like, this guy here knows it's just bollocks, isn't it? It's like, oh, well, thank God Piers is making a fool out of himself because I don't really have to speak now. Okay, because this guy's making me look like a bit of a prick because he knew how I'd behaved in the past.
In America, they come from all over the country.
The commercial honey industry.
That's true.
And
You fucking dick. That's true. Yeah, the thing we don't support anyway. Yeah. The thing is there are systems in place that we don't support, and it would follow that these things would improve. For example, like crop cultivation, how we procure these things and all these systems that involve animals, we would change these things to better cater for them, like we have done, you know, with road systems and traffic and everything like that. We've improved upon it so that we can be more considerate to the life who would potentially be affected in that direct vicinity. Okay, yeah, we would do that with other species of animal in the non-animal agriculture industry, in the plant agriculture industry, by implementing systems that would better consider them. There are loads of different methods that could it be implemented. There is a study by Fisher and Lamy that goes through them. But of course this isn't going to happen, no shock, in a system that believes it's justified to stab animals in the throat for a filler in a sandwich that they could have procured from plant-based meats. Of course they're not going to give a shit, like these systems that function within these societies. Of course you're not going to see that. Imagine, oh, like, yeah, we're just stabbing these animals every day, stab, 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 muck, stabby, stab, 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 yum, yum, yum. Oh, but make sure when we get the crops to feed these animals and the people that we're very careful of the rodents, that we're very careful of all the bugs. I just need a minute. I just need a fucking minute because people are just beyond. You're right, I don't have the stamina to deal with this shit day in and day out. It's just every fucking day.
What do we boycott? What do vegans boycott?
Go on.
The commercial honey industry.
Why don't you boycott almonds and avocados?
Yeah, wait. You said a lot of them do. Yeah, honey isn't vegan. We established this, and it's quite clearly when someone's like, "Oh, I'm vegan except for honey. I eat honey." Yeah, you're not vegan, then, are you? It's an animal product. Hello.
Because I don't see a reason to. Most of the bees are dying from mites.
Don't see.
Do you see
You
pollination?
don't see a reason to. Okay. All right.
Listen.
So you don't care about the little
only
guys.
6% die from pesticides, so it's not really a rights violation. They're not murdering the
It's
bees.
funny. Piers doesn't look as smug in this conversation. Are you noticing that? Hang on.
There's a reason to. Okay. All right.
Listen.
So you don't care about the little
only
guys.
6%.
I want to get that bit.
Okay. All right.
Listen.
So you don't care about the little
only
guys.
He doesn't look as smug. No, he looks a bit concerned that he's not coming off as well as usual. I'm deriving so much pleasure from this conversation, to be honest with you.
6% die from pesticides, so it's not really a rights violation. They're not murdering the bees.
Joey,
It is
here's my
dying.
point.
The bees
Big pig. Big pig.
One
makes
second.
you-
Here's my point. I don't have one.
Big pig makes you cry. A
They get
little bee.
killed in gas
you
chambers.
don't care.
No, listen.
You don't care about it.
There's no reason to be upset about pollination.
Sometimes 50
they die from mites.
billion.
Why aren't you angry at the mites?
Hang on, Joey.
Barrel of mites.
Stop shouting over each other. Sometimes
Stop
50
shouting over each other. It's fine. We're pissed, does it?
billion bees die in 6
From
weeks
mites.
to give you vegans.
I've literally just
your
told you they
almonds and
die from
avocados.
mites. Check
No,
out the.
that's not true.
These are agricultural stats.
is
That's not true. So he hasn't even read these statistics. He's just saying that's not true because he's read an article on The Guardian. He thinks he understands enough to go, oh no, that's not true. Ding dong. Can we get some ding dongs in the chat for Piers Morgan? Oh yeah, no, he's just there to promote his murderous menu, but unfortunately for him, we're going to see how the vegans are at his restaurant. They're causing some trouble for him now. Okay.
Not
America.
true. Read
you're
the
still lying.
Read the Guardian.
I read it in an article, an anecdote, so it must be true. Listen.
Joey, how long have you been a vegan?
10 years.
Right, do you actually? Because you seem quite agitated to me. Like you want a bit
Just
of.
about nonsense.
What, so you're not agitated at all? You've not come across agitated in this video? And yeah, it's kind of fucking annoying when people just spout fucking bullshit to their audience who are going to hear it, like a large platform. It's really fucking annoying, especially when as a result, more animals' rights are being violated. It's just cringe. Unbelievable.
It's about bees being murdered when they die from mites.
They are murdered. They're murdered.
It's
But do you
clown
think-
behaviour. Listen.
It sounded like it was like, you're a it was like, you're a clown. Yeah, it's a clown behavior.
But do you think, in a way, you represent what I feel about vegans? That you're all quite hangry.
Are you against animal cruelty, Piers?
Yes.
Then
Yes.
why do you support animal cruelty when you support the meat
Don't.
industry?
I've defended the bees for years.
No, well,
He knows he must know that he's just a twat. He's just being a prick. He knows that doesn't make sense at all.
they're not murdered. They die from mites.
Billions of bees are murdered so that
do you
you
boycott honey?
vegans
Do
can
you
eat
boycott
almonds
honey?
and avocados.
Murdered by mites. So yeah, we're supposed to take, as vegans, guilt for that. somehow. I'm not sure how the burden is on the vegan in this instance, but I am sure that the burden is on the non-vegan who pays for the rights violations of other sentient beings, pays into systems that breed animals into existence to exploit them and kill them for their flesh and their secretions. That is entailed in the purchase. That is part of the product. Unless we're talking about in future, when we're talking about flesh that doesn't involve any animals whatsoever, or the secretions that doesn't involve any animals whatsoever, then it won't entail the rights violations. But currently, yes, it does. So, can you just explain, like, the incongruency? Please.
Boycott honey, where they're hired from?
John, let me bring in John here. John, look.
Let me bring in John here, because I'm running out of shit to say. I've spewed a lot of bollocks out of my mouth, and actually it's starting to taste a bit strange. So let me just bring on this bollocks talker, and he can put some of his bollocks in it while I just clear my throat. Yes? Absolutely.
Here's my point about the vegans. There's a lot of hypocrisy, as there is with all these debates, right? Which is...
Yeah, you haven't actually displayed the hypocrisy. You just blurt bullshit, hoping that people will be like, oh yeah, like, because they're desperate for an argument that means, oh, I don't have to change. People love that. There are people who make a killing. They make their living off of giving people these comfy little, just carry on doing what you're doing pills. Don't feel bad about it at all. There's nothing happening outside. No, it's fine. You don't have to change anything at all. Take any personal responsibility. Don't even worry about it. There are a lot of people who make money doing that. And this is just another instance. Piers is just one of these bollocks generators who makes people feel more comfortable about their decisions that have such a negative impact on other once sentient beings. That's what he does. And people lap it up. They're like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense. That does make sense. But if he actually had to sit down and go through the argumentation that he's bringing forward, it would collapse within 2 minutes. But unfortunately, the layout of these things work very well in his favour, because he could just spew out bollocks, bring on his guests as he wants to, could do all these trolley things. He's got, like, all this audience. He's got all the crew behind him, where he can do these things where he eats corpses on screen and stuff. And he has the societal norm on his side as well. So it really works in his favour. But I'd be damned if he ever sat down in a debate, then he'd crumble. It would be very embarrassing. That's probably why we'll never see him do it, but okay.
If you want to eat almonds and avocados as a vegan, you feel virtuous, you think you're saving the planet as well. Actually, neither of those things are true. Billions of bees get killed to make almonds and avocados.
Right, the saving the planet thing is so ambiguous anyway. Like, I don't even know what it means at this point, what it would look like or whatever. But is it more environmentally friendly to be plant-based than not? Yes. And typically that's the claim being made. If you want to reduce your negative impact on the planet and on the animals, go vegan. That's what's said. But yeah, the whole, and you want to save the planet, like, I don't even know what you mean. Anyway, can you please unpack that? Are you saying that it would be better for the environment then? If so, then yes, it would be better for the envalment.
People can go read the proper reports about this. Yeah. And also
people can read the proper reports. On the Guardian article. Yes.
Fly them men around the world, or they truck them around the world, and of course that is terrible for the planet.
They truck animals.
Yeah. Firstly, like, they import animals all around the world as well. You can get lambs who are sent from New Zealand in the UK. So acting like that doesn't happen, ridiculous. And secondly, animal products are that bad that even when you account for the transportation and shipping of these plant-based products, many of these plant-based products win out. That's how terrible animal products are. They are very, very bad for the environment. Absolutely.
Products around the world.
Do you believe, John, that there's a kind of basic hypocrisy here with the vegans?
So wait, he didn't address what Joey just said. What the fuck? Wait.
A basic hypocrisy to make almonds and avocados. People can go read the proper reports about this. Yeah. And also they fly them men around the world, or they truck them around the world, and of course that is terrible for the planet.
They truck animal products around the world.
Do you believe, John, that
why is he shaking his head?
There's a kind of basic hypocrisy.
That happens. You literally can get like animals, animal body parts, and it will say like product of New Zealand. And you'd be like, what the of New Zealand? Why the hell? This is the UK. What? Oh, quick to the ignorant chef. Why is he? I don't know.
Hypocrisy here with the vegans.
To back up Piers.
Look, I think, Piers, what I've noticed is that there's a strange correlation that they have between eating meat and death and murder, which they like to keep promoting that.
Says the guy who said he wanted to kill someone because they gave him a bad customer review, and says the guy whose profile picture is him holding a dead pig. And secondly, I've seen a screenshot recently where he's replaced the dead pig's head with the face of Tash Peters. What do you mean obsessed with death? And your restaurant is full of it. It's full of parts of dead animals, you fucking genius. Oh my God. I had this clown the other day, right? This has reminded me. Instead of actually just addressing the argument, he was all over the place. He just wanted to obfuscate endlessly, and he didn't want to come and voice debate me, of course. They never do when they're that butthurt. But anyway, yeah, he was saying, oh, you know, vegans are just, he even mentioned, Joey, he mentioned how vegans just get off on the suffering of animals. They're so obsessed with it, they want to go see it. I was like, yeah, sure. When I went to the farrowing crates to bear witness to the animals and film, and I was crying out of pure fucking anger, and to be honest, just complete misanthropy at that moment. Like, I'm not a misanthrope, but in that moment, I was just like, what the fuck? This is what people like this twat defend? That is unbelievable. And I was crying. Yeah, I was just crying in utter pleasure at the animals I was seeing dead in bins. What do you mean?
Murder aside, I think if they look up the definition...
Murder aside, the projection's unreal. As I said in my video on this guy, he projects really heavily. It's kind of weird to witness.
...of murder, you know, this is human versus human, and that is...
There are actually non-human versions that would be applicable to the definition of murder, and it would still be an adequate definition. So, oops, again.
...is it, you know? Look, I'm 100% against animal cruelty.
No, you're not. You literally pay into it, you promote it, you mock it. So, bullshit again.
And for him to bring up the Great British Menu, well, it just shows his mentality, you know. Good lad, congratulations. Well,
how does it show his mentality? He's trying to demonstrate that you have an issue with customer complaints, and it's quite ironic that you said you wanted to kill that person for giving you a bad customer review, yet you want to turn around and talk about how people concerned with animal rights are obsessed with murder, death, killing, when it's you who directly is paying into it, and you even say you want to kill people because they give you bad reviews, and that hurts your feelings. Yikes.
Well done. It's not what we're about. I think each should be to their own, and you should just enjoy your life.
Yeah, each to their own. Like, Jeffrey Dahmer did nothing wrong, okay? Like, clearly not, because we shouldn't be, like, talking to him and be minding his own business. Minding his business, minding our business. He's not doing anything. Each to their own. If he wants to be a cannibal, then that's fine. Okay, it's not like when you kill other sentient beings, there are victims involved or anything like that. No, not at all. Each to their own. People should have the freedom to kill others. Yes, of course, that's so genius. Tell me again, John, something very clever. I can't wait.
Life, you know, if they're going to argue, Piers, I feel...
Wait. Did you say circle of life?
Own, and you should just enjoy your life, you know.
Enjoy your life. The irony, okay? Enjoy your life, even if it means that you are literally taking away someone's capability to enjoy at all. Yeah, I cannot understand why non-vegans do the whole live and let live, enjoy your life, you know, mind your business, don't get involved in others' business, when they are violating the entire life, the enjoyment and the business of other sentient beings. It's just, can you not see, like, just listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. How the bloody hell are they coming out of your mouth when you're trying to defend what you're trying to defend? It's like, here, the food Gestapo. Username really wants to come in and say the food Gestapo, but wants to forget what the Gestapo did. They killed others. Put others in gas chambers. If anyone's killing others and putting others in gas chambers, who do you think it is? Hello, we're talking about pigs here being gassed, and you want to talk about the food Gestapo? Like, are you just... Yeah, really?
Veggie Tanuki the lad tipped £10. It can never be a personal choice when there's a victim involved.
If they're going to argue, Piers,
Why are
I
you
feel
killing
that they
animals?
should
Enjoy your
all-
life.
But Joey, why
Oh
can't
my
you?
God.
Why are
Why,
you killing animals? Look at this.
Joey, it's a
Posing
pig.
with a murdered piglet.
It's a
Beautiful.
pig. Yeah.
Posing with a murdered
That's
piglet.
beautiful,
And it wasn't
Joey.
just, you can't handle a simple complaint from a, and this woman, she's a very nice young
But
woman. I
Joey-
spoke to this young woman.
Yeah.
She's very nice, very kind, very polite, and
Yeah.
you can't handle a simple
Joey, let me ask you a
complaint as
question.
Celebrity chef.
Joey.
And it's clear,
Joey.
even meat eaters complain about it.
Joey.
Yeah, I don't know how this guy's a celebrity chef. Like, if he can't deal with backlash either about his food or about his service or about his attitude, I don't know how he's even a celebrity in the first place. I don't know how that's happened.
Restaurant, he doesn't ban all meat.
Joey, if you
guy's
want to
an
be,
idiot.
if you want to be a
You're
vegan,
an
I
idiot.
don't
Wait, guy's an idiot. You're an idiot. Wow, he's just coping again. That's it.
care, right? It's
Proper
entirely
idiot.
down to you. If
Why
you,
without bees being
if you want,
slaughtered? They're not being slaughtered.
billions of bees, everyone go and
Billions of
Google.
bees are getting killed by mites.
Here's what I say
Exposed.
to everyone.
Exposed.
To everyone watching this, either on the show tonight or on YouTube later, go and Google bees.
US Department of
Bees,
Agriculture staff.
almonds,
Right
Yes.
here.
avocados,
Yeah.
and you'll see the truth. The truth. Even The Guardian, where they all are compelled to eat lentils every day when they wear their sandals to work.
This is a gas chamber.
What the fuck? Wait, what's he got against the Guardian? Oh wait, isn't he like? Wasn't he fired from them or something? He's been fired from some newspaper. I don't know.
This is how pigs are killed and
Piers.
slaughtered in the UK. This is my
Piers, do you mind
investigation.
if I
Right.
ask you a question?
Why don't you play me? Why don't you play me the sound of
these
billions
pigs?
of bees
Are you
being
against
murdered?
this?
Well, I know that
would you mind
animals
if I
get
ask
killed
you
so
a
that I can
question?
eat
They're
pigs.
It
screaming
does
to
look a
death.
bit
Right.
uncomfortable.
Look at them, face them.
What do you think bees do?
Face them, they're
What do you
screaming to
think
death.
bees do when you murder them?
Why? When he murdered them,
They get killed by mites. This is gas chamber. Look at it.
No.
You don't even want to look at it.
They get
Coward.
slaughtered.
You're a
I'm
coward.
not cowardly.
Look at it.
I know that animals get
They're
slaughtered
murdered. This
so
is
that
the
I can
UK.
eat animal
I've
meat.
stuck this camera in this gas chamber in the UK at Pilgrim's Pride, and they scream for their lives. And every single animal welfare
But here's my
charity are
problem.
against
Here's
it.
my problem.
And you eat bacon and you promote it.
I love bacon.
You promote it.
I love
and
bacon.
You say
Yeah,
you're
no,
against
yeah,
I
animal
love
cruelty.
sausages. I love it all.
if you know what happens, you're against animal cruelty. Oh, and I love it. I'm just going to carry on. You're not against the animal cruelty enough, then, really, are you?
I love eating meat.
You love animal cruelty.
Yeah, I'm prepared to admit I love eating meat. You're not prepared to denounce
What the fuck? Oh, he's just fucked, isn't he?
avocado and almonds.
Because you're making up stats.
Eaters,
They don't get
because
slaughtered.
they actually lead to the
Pollination doesn't
extermination
slaughter-
of
they wanna
millions
keep
of
these
bees.
bees alive.
Final word to John. John, is there anything that would persuade your mind to let vegans in?
Unbelievable.
Because obviously he'd be a fantastic
Piers.
guest in your restaurant.
It's just discrimination, isn't it?
Thank you, Piers. I do
Discriminating
apologise.
against the whole
I
group of
didn't hear you
people.
then.
It's just absolute childish behaviour, discriminating against the whole group of people because of one little silly complaint. Go ahead.
Joey,
you just
Joey, when
can't
was the last
stop,
time you
can he?
laughed?
Last time I laughed,
Can you
when I
stop
heard you
1
say
second?
that all bees are slaughtered.
When's
'cause
the last time you laughed? Joey has laughed like 4 times in this conversation. What the fuck?
of avocados. It's an absolute abject
It's
lie.
it's an
It's a lie.
absolute
What?
fact.
You can't, facts don't
It's
care
an
about your feelings, Piers.
Undeniable.
Can I get a
Facts
word
don't
in?
care about
Yeah,
your
John,
feelings.
final word to you.
Final word is, how many vegans does it take to change a light bulb?
Go on.
None. They all prefer to stay in the dark.
Well, wait for the
Wait. That was a joke at the non-vegans' expense. That's one that vegans made about non-vegans. They said, how many non-vegans does it take to change a light bulb? None, because they prefer to stay in the dark. Because that's actually applicable. They prefer to not know and have these labels of like humanely sourced, ethically sourced, free range. Oh yeah, don't worry, this is organic. Don't worry, they just had one bad day. That doesn't even stay in the dark about what? You absolute twat. What the fuck? Damn, your brain's smooth as well, hey? Damn, we got all the smooth brains. Oh man. It's like a reverse smooth brain sandwich. Oh my god. We got the non-smooth brain here, and then the fucking smooth brains on the side. Jesus Christ.
punchline. What's the punchline? None what?
Go have a cry, mate,
They
about
all
a
prefer
complaint.
to stay in the dark.
Go have a cry.
Actually,
about
the other
a
one I
complaint.
like is how do you know when someone's vegan?
Let me guess, they'll tell you. Is that what that is?
Don't
I'll show
worry.
you gas chamber footage.
Don't worry.
The UK.
Because
They'll soon
told you.
tell you and play pictures and stuff of people
Of
screaming.
pigs being murdered in
People screaming. Oh yeah, pigs are people too. So thank you, Piers. Well done.
gas
What they
chambers.
won't play you is bees being
Well done,
murdered.
Joey.
By mice. Yeah, but by mites, yeah. Probably because it's not something that you could attribute to a vegan.
Great to see you.
Bless
John,
you, mate.
thank you for joining me from Perth. I
Go
appreciate
vegan,
it.
Piers.
That was suffering, Jesus, but Piers wasn't as comfortable in that one as he usually is, so that's quite funny.